Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host pin when finished. Press the pound key.
Start your show now. Press 1 to hear important.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
Now that's it. Okay. On my way. We're live, Johnson. We're live. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's happening? How y'all doing? It's cracking. Give it up. What's happening, people? What's going on? Let me make sure everybody's live. Let me make sure everybody can hear the show. Who's out there? Who dared to come up? What's up? Who pulled up? Pull up, son. Pull up. Yo, what's going on? You pull up too. Pull up, sister. Pull up. I don't know the female version of that. Go ahead, pull up, Ma. Yeah, there you go. Pull up, Ma. Go ahead, Ma. Pull up. Yo, it's your man, Tim Black. Welcome back to the Tim Black Show. Welcome back. Your dreams are your ticket out. What is going on, man? What is going on? Long time no see. So glad so many people pulled in. Let me make sure we're live everywhere before I get too animated, excited, into it. You know, I'm a performer at this. I do the news, I do shows, I do it all. I'm a Renaissance man, Johnson. Come on now. So let me make sure we are live everywhere, y'all, because this gets crazy. So we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch. Give it up for Twitch and YouTube. What up, Twitch and YouTube? It says that we're also on Facebook, but I don't know. I don't trust that. Metaverse tends to have a lot of fake news. They have a lot of fake news on the metaverse. I never really know what's going on with the metaverse. But apparently, I am live. It's alive, Johnson. It's alive. What is up? Can I get some comments? See, I don't even have my window. Can I get my freaking window? Look at that. I'm all taking a horse before the. Can I get my people in the house? My people in the house here on YouTube. What's up? Tim Black's with Pat. It says it's streaming, but I can't see my room yet. Let me make sure my room is open for service. Let me make sure people are entering the room. Okay, there we go. They up in here. Okay. What's up? Look at that. Let's get this going, guys. Let's make this happen. Bam. Bam, boop, 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 bip, bip. Can I get a thumbnail change? The thumbnail's horrible. I hate that little tiny thumbnail. I'm not to get rid of it, man. You've done as many custom thumbnails today as you can. I did one. I did one thumbnail today. Uploaded one video today. You can only do one custom thumbnail a day. Give it up for YouTube, man. That's a funny shit. You have reached your limit of custom thumbnails for the day. I did one thumbnail today. Man, I tell you, man, I got it, man. Look, man, it's Giving Tuesday. Oh, it's already Wednesday. Shit, I missed it. Damn it, I missed it, Johnson. Okay, so we were, trying to be like other platforms that have substantial reach. And, damn, are they really suppressing it like that? Jesus Christ. Please share this. God damn. Oh, man, I gotta, Lord have mercy. I don't even need to see that number. That's demoralizing. Please, can we share this, please? Jesus Christ. Jesus Mugabe. Let me tweet this out, guys. Bear with me, y'all. Come on now. This is that bad. It's that bad, Johnson. I gotta tweet this out. This is horrific. You guys can hear? All right, Johnson. So let me oh shit, I've got the cue going. Make sure we're okay. I gotta share this. Twitter suppresses me too. Ever since I got in a fight with the snore guy, the liar, things don't go well. But he's still a bastion of hope. He's got so much support. Yeah. So anyway, here we go. Jesus Christ, that's... Mama! All right, here we go, okay. I'm sharing this on Twitter. All right. Welcome to the Tim Black Show once again. We are doing this. Before I go anywhere else, tomorrow I have a special guest coming to the show, and I'm very proud to announce Councilman Jakari Arthur will be on the show, will be my guest. I still got music going. I hate that. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm very happy to announce tomorrow I have a special guest coming on the show. His name is Councilman Jakari Arthur. Give it up for that. Now, you're going to be in for a treat. This interview will be tomorrow. What time are we going to do this tomorrow? Is it 2:30? 2:30 to 3:30, I think it is. We're going to go live. We're going to talk about some important issues. Mr. Arthur is a fighter for the people. So I look forward to that conversation. I hope that you will join us here. Wherever you are now, that's where the show will be. Okay? I don't know who's up at this ungodly hour on the East Coast that's making it so, that's making it so there's no one in here, but, hopefully that'll change. You pick a time slot thinking, okay, this is cool. Ain't a lot of people around right now. What's going on, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Give it up for that. Tomorrow, 2:30 to 3:30, we'll be doing this. We'll tweet about it. We'll post it on Facebook. We'll even put it on Instagram. What the hell? We'll even put it on Instagram. Why not? Why not put it on Instagram too, Johnson? Right? Okay. What else? Okay. I think that's all. Oh, Giving Tuesday, guys. Here. It's over here, one of these places. There's a Cash App. Then it's a GoFundMe. Then it's Patreon. Then there's YouTube, whatever this thing is. Memberships. Okay, so I want you to know, I realize I'm a tough character, right? But one thing about me is I am who I am, okay? And if you like that level of engagement, let's keep the party going, Johnson, because I want to be honest with you. Everything costs money. So support what you enjoy or watch it get co-opted. And when it gets co-opted, don't say shit. Like, people got to live indoors. If you love this content, you like what we do, keep it going, Johnson. I'm up here fighting the power. I can't just call, Joe Biden an asshole and just think I'm going to go waltz in somewhere and, be able to, get a bag or something. Oh, we like when you wear the no Joe button. We like that. Okay, so that means I'm unemployable, right? You thought about that part, right? We're like, oh, no Joe button. We love it, Tim. Yeah, we like that. Keep doing that. That means no job in journalism that any Democrat could fuck with. And then since I go after Trump too, kind of means I don't got the right-wing option. So what I'm saying is, if you like this content, I do for you. You don't do for me. So, Giving Tuesday means Wolfpack, we got to get it up. So, support this contract. Support this content. The only contract I have is with you, so hopefully we can extend the contract. Okay? So anyway, I got a GoFundMe, I got a YouTube, I got stuff, okay? And we ain't talking about a lot. We just, whatever, All right. I hate that. I hate doing it. But hey, what you gonna do, It's obvious the view isn't, the views are being suspended. All right, moving on, okay? Moving on. So we got phone lines, right? We got phone lines, and phone lines are a marvelous thing because that means you get to call up. You get to use them. And unlike some people, I try not to be a complete pain in the ass. Not a complete pain. You know, like I'm going to be a little bit of a pain, especially if you come for me on my platform, talking out the side of your neck like you want, house me on my own shit. That ain't going to happen, Johnson. Come on, Johnson. But we ain't got to agree on everything. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to get super petty with you. Okay? So here's the deal. This is what we're going to do. You're going to call up, not to ask me what I think. You're going to call up and tell me what you think. That's what the show's for. This is your opportunity to talk about shit you want to talk about. Not to call up and say, hey, I'm so nervous. Hey, Tim Black, let me ask you a question, man. Hey, man, what's the day? I'm joking. You want to use your phone call to ask me what day it is? Well, I have to look at my calendar and I'll help you out. No, no. Yo, what up, fam? Now look, I'm going to jump to phone calls, but first I got to do this, man. I got to do this, okay? I got a couple stories because I know you guys work for a living. You don't have to look at this news crap all day. That's not your job. Your job's keep roof over here, keep babies fed, keep the car running, keep the wolf outside the door, keep the water bills paid, keep the lights on, get the doggy bowl full, put the pellets in the thing for the rabbits, keep the cat meowing. You got other things to do. I get this. I do my thing, you do your thing. We got different things to do. My job is to give you some news updates. One of the news updates I'm going to give you is about Ilhan Omar. Now, Ilhan Omar, she's been getting into it with a couple of people in Congress. Now, this has been a running thing. For some reason, the party of family values, and what are you teaching my kids? What you teaching my kids about that? Slavery for? They was just workers who couldn't go as they pleased and had chains on them and you could do whatever you want to them. And you never paid them. But they were just workers, workers. The party of family values have been going after Ilhan Omar since she got into Congress. And look, man, I mean, are we going to actually pretend that this isn't like bigotry? Are we really going to pretend that? I mean, for real, like Facebook, I know I got some Facebook people here. Are you really going to pretend that this ain't about, freaking bigotry? You going to pretend it's not? Look, okay, so they've been going back and forth. Ilhan Omar and Lauren Boebert. And, folks, okay, so I'm going to start off with a video. I'm not going to talk it. I'm not going to overtalk it. Shout out to my man AB. Smoking with AB, cooking with AB, my brothers out there on YouTube. Go say what's up to him. You want to cook a channel, check him out. Ani Fee was my people, man. R.I.P. Ani Fee. But now I got my man AB, and it's totally different style, but he's real, he's authentic. And that's his catchphrase. I ain't going to overtalk it. So, Lauren Boebert, out of, what's that, Colorado. She said some things about Ilhan Omar. I want you to know, I'm going to play her, okay? I don't want to say it because it's, I might get canceled if I say it. But see, you can't cancel Lauren Boebert because she don't give a shit. You can't cancel people who are rich, have a whole lot of fans, or who don't give a shit. They're uncancelable. You weren't buying from them anyway. That's how that works. The only people you can hurt are people that were cool with you. See what I'm saying? See, do you understand what I'm saying about this? Is it sinking in? The only people you can really cancel are people who used to be your friend. You can't cancel people who are really your enemy, because they never got any sustenance from you to begin with. They're not in business because you shop with them. You don't watch the shows. You don't listen to the music. That's why, so those people that are really opposed to you, you can't cancel them. They're uncancelable. Okay, it's not just money. I hear dummies say, it's money. If you got a lot of money, you can't be canceled. Nah, it takes more than that. It takes a fan base which implies you've been doing something for a long time that made a lot of other people happy, or it takes you being an enemy and don't need their support. That's what it is. I mean, Alex Jones, if he hadn't got sued, he'd still be very well off. Moving right on. So here goes Boebert. Here goes Boebert doing her best Boebert. Oh, parental discretion is advised. There are going to be some mean things said that may make some people very upset. Here it is. Unseemly stuff.
Apologizing for her racist, anti-Muslim comments about another member of Congress. Boebert had suggested that Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who is a Democrat and a Muslim, might be a suicide bomber.
I was getting into an elevator with one of my staffers, and he and I we're leaving the Capitol, we're going back to my office, and we get in the elevator, and I see a Capitol police officer running hurriedly to the elevator. I see fret all over his face. I look to my left, and there she is, Ilhan Omar. Oops. And I said, well, she doesn't have a backpack. We should be fine. So we only had one floor to go, and I was like, do I say it or not? I looked over, and I said, oh, look, the Jihad Squad decided to show up for work today.
Well, Congresswoman Boebert has now apologized via Twitter, writing, I apologize to anyone in the Muslim community I offended with my comment about Representative Omar. I have reached out to her office to speak with her directly. There are plenty of policy differences to focus on without this unnecessary distraction. CNN's Lauren Fox joins.
Okay, let's pause it right here, Johnson. Let's pause it right here, okay? All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Boebert. What'd you think of her? Give her a hand. Wow, amazing. Wow, guys. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, how do we judge Lauren Boebert? How many stars do we give her? How'd she do? Hold up a card. Was it 2 stars, 3 stars? On a scale of 1 star to 4 stars, how many stars did she get for her performance? Oh, that wasn't a stand-up routine? Good, because it sucked. And look, dog, I'm not just saying that because I find Boebert offensively stupid. You know, I'm not just saying, I mean, there are good white female comedians. I can't name any right now. But there are some. I've seen some. Even the ones I don't think are funny are way funnier than her. Sorry, Sarah Silverman. Just kidding, Sarah Silverman's funnier than her. You know who I like? I like that woman on The Office. She's not, I don't know if she's just stand-up, but the one that, you know, pretended to be like really weird and stuff, she was funny as. Anyway, Lauren Boebert is playing a comedian as a congressperson, or is she a congressperson playing a comedian? It's one or the other, man. The jokes are stale as hell. She should not. The fact that she's a congress makes me think anybody could be in Congress, even me. And that's a dangerous thought. Because I'm liable to want to punch somebody right in the throat. You know, push somebody down some stairs at the rotunda, whatever. I'm be at the Capitol. Tim Black was at the Capitol today. He took a swipe at Ted Cruz. He had to be restrained by 3 Capitol security guards. I think she's horrible, man. Like, that was, first of all, it's not unique. It's a played ass line that's not hilarious at all. I wonder who wrote that for her. Did she write that herself? The delivery doesn't let it breathe at all, and she didn't have any toppers to go along with it. And as a person who has done a little bit of comedy on the road, I can tell you that does not work. That doesn't work. But what I have to admit is that there were some people there that loved it. They were loving it. And isn't that the real reason why she did it? It's a fundraiser. She's raising money, chastising Ilhan Omar, calling her a terrorist. Now, she didn't risk anything. She knew this would play well with her audience. And she got a lot of laughs. There were no boos. No one threw anything. No one walked out. All right, so that wasn't all she said. She said a little bit more at that event. Here goes part two.
Apologizing for her racist, anti-Muslim comments.
His partner. Here's what she said.
Meanwhile, you have the Secretary of Transportation, good old Mayor Pete. He wasn't even put in charge of the supply chain crisis. No, someone else was tapped for that because Mayor Pete is still at home trying to figure out how to chest feed. Somebody ought to tell him so he can get back to work.
And he is in a same-sex marriage. That should be noted for part of why that is so offensive. She also called the president of the United States, President Joe Biden, that piece of crap in the White House. So she has not apologized for those comments.
Okay. There we go. Okay. So she doesn't just stick to one topic. She moves around. She's got material that plays different, goes after different members of Congress, and even the president. It's a little low with the chess joke. Felt it was a little bit more creativity than the joke about Ilhan, though. Gotta tell you, a little bit more creativity. There's different ways you could have delivered that that'll be a little bit less offensive. But hey, you know what? That's the thing. The right doesn't get upset at all. The right doesn't play, politically correct at all. None of that shit. You gotta let it fly. The more minorities, the more people that you offend, the better. That's what makes a good shit. That's what a good set is for them. And that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they don't get offended unless you say something about America or the flag or Santa Claus or like guns or some shit, like everything. Like anything they like. Anything they like or anyone they like. Then they get pissed off. But if you go after, but they can go after anything. So, I'm not a big Buttigieg fan, but kind of a load of belt. Not exactly what I would think a congressperson would say at a fundraiser, but hey, that's why I'm over here running GoFundMes. That's why I'm over here, saying, hey, here's my Cash App. Because I haven't learned the rules. Lauren Boebert's got it all figured out. Listen to them eat it up. They love that. Someone howled. They into it, man. They're like, this, she could say, fuck Congress. Go on tour with this bit. I think she's annoying, but she ain't playing to me. I'm not her audience. Once again, you can't cancel someone who you never supported. It's like getting a refund at a place you never shopped at. It doesn't happen. She also took a shot at Joe Biden. That was in bounds. That's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking a shot at Joe Biden. He's the president of the United States. She called the president of the United States a POS. One thing I don't like is hypocrisy, yo. I don't like that shit. I'm telling you, man, I'm getting further and further away from the progressive shit, man. I really am. I'm just Tim Black, man. I told y'all. Now, there's progressive policies I like, but there are progressives that are kind of hypocritical, man. Fuck that, not kinda. They are fucking hypocritical. Like, yo, for 4 years, people were saying F Trump. I said F Trump. There was one speech thing I gave that went pretty viral-ish or whatever. And I started off going F Trump. Then I said F Biden. I'm equal. Both presidents can get it. So you can't all of a sudden be offended when someone says that Biden is a POS. Why should she apologize for that? Now, I understand that she works for Congress. That's a little bit different when you work for Congress, right? That means you should probably be a little bit more respectful of government because you're in it. Yeah, if you're in government, you're kind of complicit. Yeah, you work for the same fucking thing. Like, you choose to be here, Boebert. And that goes for anybody else complaining about government when you're in government. I'm not talking about the new people that want to go there to change the shit or change it, Whatever you want to do, right? Some people, I'm convinced, some people are full of shit. They just want to go there and get a check. But get a job somewhere else. But if you are in government, like in Congress, you can't be just complaining about government all day as if you ain't a part of the same team. You on the same team with these motherfuckers. Or you are adjacent to them. You got bad people on your team too. Boebert's talking all this shit. She's in the party of Ted Cruz, Mitch McConnell, and Lauren Boebert. Come on, man, you got no room to talk. You're on the team. That makes the team horrible by itself. Just the fact that Boebert and notorious BLT are on the same team. Come on, man. So anyway, this is what's going on in your Congress. These are the people that you elected. This is what they do. This is how they get down, Johnson. And then you wonder why we can't get shit done for us. We can't get shit done for us because they work for us. Now, if they work for us, come on, let's face it, ain't nobody working for us. If those people got our back, let's admit, we are backless. If those people are supposed to hold us down, we lucky we ain't floating up and hitting the sun and burnt to a crisp. These people can't hold down a chair, Johnson, if they were sitting in it. These people are horrible, Johnson. This is what we're dealing with. Jesus Christ. These people. Now, Ilhan Omar, she came out. I'm talking as if this is over. I'm sorry, guys. There's more. I got a couple more clips. I'm gonna throw caution to the wind and play some of these. Okay, so Ilhan Omar, that's the first set of clips, right? So this goes out and it's like all this backlash. All this backlash. So Lauren Boebert, Bobblehead Bert, she like phones Ilhan like, hey, listen, let me call her up and clear this up. Give you a call, shit, Yeah, Ilhan, how's it going? It's going fine. Because, Ilhan talks like, she's like she's your English teacher in middle school. It's going fine. How are you? It's going okay. I was wondering. She's just a dizzy voice. Hi, I'm just wondering. Did you see the video? Yes, I saw the video. You mean the one where you were Islamophobic? Yes, I saw it twice. How can I help you? What the hell do you want? And anyway, Ilhan ended up hanging up because Lauren never said anything of merit, anything worth listening to, and she did not apologize. She just called up to say, hey, maybe we should just all rise above this stuff. We got other things to focus on. Making it seem like Ilhan and all the people on the internet who felt that Lauren Boebert was hitting below the belt, being Islamophobic and all this shit, was over the top. She tried to flip it and gaslight Ilhan to make her feel like she's the one who's complaining. Now, isn't this, folks? This is it. This is the black people moment. Black people! Does that sound familiar? Isn't that what they do? Isn't that what they do? They make you feel like you're the one that lost your mind. Like, hey, what she said was racist. Oh, there you go, bringing up race again. All I did was call you a porch monkey. What's the problem? No, come on. Hey, I could have said that to my cousin the other day. I said that to my daughter yesterday. She was sitting on the porch. I said, come on, you little monkey. Come on, it's nothing to do with you. It's because your skin is somewhat brown. That's nothing. Come on, man. You're so sensitive. You're so sensitive. Disrespectful bastards. They try to act like you are the one, like you are the problem. What? So I said you're a bullet catcher. I didn't mean anything by it. I said my mom was a bullet catcher the other day. That's how I show love. It's nothing. Look at you blowing this out of proportion. Everything racist, racism, racism. Gosh, you people. What, you people? What's I got to say? I say you people all the time. Hey, you people are great. Hey, you people. Hey, my mom's mom is named you people. We call her you people. We don't even call her by her name anyway. We used to call her grandma. Now we call her you people. Why are you so offended? Jesus. Can't say nothing nowadays. Freaking woke. Jesus. Fucking man. Jesus. So Ilhan Omar, she got some special mail. And of course, she attributes the mail that she received from the great comments of people like Lauren Boebert. Here goes that clip, guys. Oh, now this one, this is really bad, okay? Ones I played before, they were just offensive. This is downright, you might not want to listen to it. They say very mean language in this, okay? So if you don't want to listen, please don't listen. Don't report my little show, okay? Okay, here goes a message played to a message left for Ilhan Omar, Representative Omar, from a person.
I'm going to play you a voicemail that we received hours after I got off the phone with Representative Boebert after she posted her video.
We see you Muslim sin nigger bitch. We know what you're up to. You're all about taking over the country. Don't worry, there's plenty that will love the opportunity to take you off the face of the fucking earth. Come get it, bitch, you fucking Muslim piece of shit, you jihadist. We know what you are. You're a fucking traitor. You will not live much longer, bitch. I can almost guarantee you that we the people are rising up, and you will be tried for a military tribunal, and you will be found guilty.
For those of you who did not hear it very well, let me...
I think people heard it pretty well. I think we're going to leave it right there, Jonathan. I think that's enough of that. That's not cool at all. Now, I'm not going to play that. Not going to play it. It's out there if you want to see it. It's on. It's everywhere. All right. That was disgusting, wasn't it? Yes, that was disgusting. I've gotten a couple of those. I've been doing the show a long time. I piss off white people all the time. They get mad. They do stuff like this. Threaten your life. That's what they do. It's a little bit different when it's a woman getting her life threatened, though. So I mean, men want to live too, but, it's just different, right? I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just saying it just feels different as a guy from a different age. I'm an old man. Don't like women having their lives threatened like that. Just think it's horrible. So this is the culmination of an activated radical Islamist hater or Muslim hater. Well, I don't know what are these people called? Oh, I know, white terrorists, domestic terrorists, white domestic terrorists. That's what it is. They're not Islamophobe is this. I don't know why you use that. Is that like the sanctioned word for a white person pissed off? Wants to kill anything that's not white? Yeah. Too much Blaze TV, too much news, whatever that is. Horrible news centers that they watch. Too much Stormfront. So this is disgusting stuff. There was it doesn't stop there, though. Even though that clip that was found, and then Ilhan responded to showing the recordings that she's receiving, the death threats she receives, to show this ain't no joke. When you make these type of comments, this is what it falls into. This is what it incites, what it encourages. I'm a real person. Your words are dangerous. This is not you as a comedian working out a bit. You're a congressperson talking to a bunch of raving lunatics on the right who spend all day indoors reading QAnon threads, thinking someone's coming to get them. So now, here goes. I think we got like one more thing. Yeah, we got one more clip of this, and this is Boebert doing the same thing she was doing, proving that what you saw earlier was not just a one-time event of her going after Ilhan Omar, but it was more like what she does in her fundraisers. She's even got on different clothes, Johnson.
And another Muslim member of Congress, black-hearted and evil.
One of my staffers, on his first day with me, got into an elevator in the Capitol. And in that elevator, we were joined by Ilhan Omar. Press the emergency button. Well, it was just us three in there, and I looked over and I said, well, look at there, it's the Jihad Squad. Yeah. Dropping and running, so we're good.
Let's bring in Andrew Kaczynski. He's the leader of CNN's K-File, broke this story. Andrew, one of the value of this fantastic digging by you and your team is
women who want to destroy our These are just black. You have Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib. These are just black-hearted, evil women who want to destroy our
Tell us more about what you found. You just hear they're black-hearted, evil women. I guess right. Because they're Muslim.
Yeah, and you spoke about this in your intro. This is the second time.
Wow. That Lauren Boebert is a disgusting piece of garbage, isn't she? Yeah, she's that's below the belt, man. It's not just below the belt, it is some horrible stuff. I mean, look, guys, this is how she raises money. This is what works. Do you get what I'm saying? This is what's lucrative. What's lucrative, Johnson? Because I tried to walk people through what people were doing here. Because I kept saying, guys, I see a lot of mission creep with people that call themselves progressive like not long ago. Just walk with me here. Walk with me and just hold tight. Suspend your judgment. I told people months ago, almost a year ago, I said there's a lot of mission creep going on with the progressive movement. People that said they were progressive are now kind of lurching to the right. As is the country. The country is lurching to the right. All of the energy that Trump created did not just dissipate because he lost his presidency. He lost the run. He lost the Oval Office. But the energy that he created, these people that are just falling out into the streets, they still need a place to go. They're still looking for content. They're hungry. Some of them didn't pay attention to content before this. They weren't political. They were apolitical. Do people realize what happened with Trump? And I saw people taking advantage of this. That's why they had story after story after story going after people that were supposedly progressive and some that were not so progressive but kind of progressive and people that were progressive. And I said, look, this is what's happening. People are moving to the right. Do you see that it's lucrative? This woman is raising money to run for Congress. I need to look up someone while I'm talking. If you get a chance, would you look up Boebert? How much money did she raise for her last election? I don't know how much it costs to win an election in Colorado. I'm assuming it's millions. So it's productive. This shows. You see she's wearing different clothes. This is a more recent event. The last clip I showed was just a month old. She's raising for 2022, Johnson. So when I say that feeding the right is very lucrative, and you say, and I say there were people that were in the Progressive Party, in the progressive movement, progressive people, lurching right for money, you said, no, you're hating, you just want bigger numbers. Motherfucker, I could have bigger numbers if I really wanted to. That's what people say. I know I could. I've been places on stage doing this. So I know I can do this. Some people, I'm not so sure, they could perform, entertain, inspire anyone. But when I told you this is what's happening, some of you didn't want to listen to it. No, seriously, some of you did not want to hear me tell you that these people are moving to the right because it's so lucrative. He said, no, impossible. Then you see people popping up with new this and doing that. And I said, see, they're moving to the right. No, you're a hater. No, you can't be true. You're full of it, Tim Black. And they're moving to the right, moving to the right. Then they do something. Obvious red flag. I don't know, like support Tulsi Gabbard. And keep on supporting Tulsi Gabbard. Go against everything they say that they're about. And you keep supporting them, keep supporting them. And I said, see, it's happening. You go, fuck you, Tim Black. You know what you're talking about, Tim Black. And I said, you know what? It ain't gonna matter what I say. Doesn't matter what I say. Now, maybe that's not because I'm a black man. Maybe that's not the reason why, but it sure felt that way. Because now that white guys are saying that people are finally paying attention to it. Maybe that's something. My point is this. I told you that there was so much money to be made on the right. This only confirms that. Lauren Boebert could say anything at these sessions. She's saying what works to get money out of people's pockets at these fundraisers. When Kamala Harris holds a fundraiser, when she's saying shit, it's to get money, right? Okay. What I'm saying is going after progressives is very lucrative. Going after people, anybody adjacent to the left is very lucrative, but you got to do it from the vantage point of the right. It's very lucrative. It's so lucrative that Lauren Boebert does it at her campaigns running for Congress. All right. Hey, look, man, I'm not a person that's thin-skinned. I think you should go after people if you want to go after them. I don't think you need to do things like their religion to do it, nor should you sick your crazy white supremacist terrorists after them by dog whistles and the black-hearted thing. Yeah, we get that. Oh, come on, Tim, you're just putting things together now. She didn't mean black-hearted as in black people hearted. You know, just because she's talking about two dark-skinned Muslim women, she doesn't mean black, okay, I give up. I guess you did mean that. It would be a shame that people, it would be great if people at least admit that they're full of shit. But they won't. They'll ride with the lie. Just keep riding with the lie. Ooh, ride with the lie. Tim's the reason why we have racism. It's not because Tim points out racism. It's already there. So Lauren Boebert is a horrible racist bastard. And I much don't care to even go through this. I'm not going to go through this with you guys like we did with Trump. Oh, Trump's not racist. He just uses race to further himself and to collect money from his base. Who gives a shit? What's the difference? What's the difference? There are going to be people that use that same tactic. You know that, right? Oh, Tim, Lauren Boebert's not racist. She just uses race to rile up the mongrels that support her to give them money. They're so stupid. She uses race. Like, I'd like to know who gives. If I walk outside the door and someone sprayed dog shit over my ride, I don't care if they were joking or if they if they did it with malice. My car's still full of shit. Get what I'm saying? And meanwhile, you want to argue semantics. Hey, look, man, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So it doesn't matter. If you play a racist, you can't complain when you get identified as one. When you dress as one. You put on the perfume as one, walk like one, talk like one, put yourself there with a racist dog tag. Right there, it's a tag. You got on a gold link chain with a medallion says racist on it. There's still be people going, well, she just says racist things and wears a racist medallion and has racist tattooed on her neck to say, to throw off, to get votes from racists, but she's not racist. That's who wants votes from racists, dummy. Hey, dum-dum, chop, pay attention. Dum-dum, when the people that want votes from racists are racist. And if they're not, who cares? They're inspiring, enticing racists. Same thing goes for all the other things you might hate. Ads, whatever. And in this case, anti-Muslim. So anyway. So they want to censor it as something else. I don't know. Just remember, you live in a country where it's okay to be that way. There's no rules. You can do what you want to do in Congress. Hey, you just can't get just fired. So somebody's going to have to run against her and defeat her. And I'm not so sure that's going to be able to happen. That's why she's at the fundraiser. So it doesn't happen. All right. Damn, that took a long time, so let's get through these, right? I don't want to tie the phone lines up too much longer. Chris Cuomo. Woo! Chris Cuomo got suspended, guys. This is, I didn't see this one coming. I did not expect this one. I got a picture here. CNN suspends Chris Cuomo indefinitely. Wow. Not good, Johnson. Not good at all. I don't know what happened there. Why did that happen? Okay, so actually I do know why it happened. Well, it seems that CNN has a problem. It's been a break in ethics and conduct due to Chris Cuomo's involvement with the press. May have been involved too much with the press, considering her brother, former governor of New York, and his team, trying to put up a defense against allegations of sexual harassment and sexual misconduct. And there was terms, agreements, just how much Chris Cuomo would be involved in that as being a member of CNN. So CNN suspends primetime Chris Cuomo, pending evaluation after new documents revealed the cozy and improper nature of his relationship with aides to his brother, Andrew Cuomo's New York governor. The benched anchorman is declining to comment. New documents released on Monday show that the veteran journalist was more intimately involved than previously known in shaping his brother's defense. Chris Cuomo is a lawyer. New York Attorney General's office released transcripts and exhibits that shed new light on Chris Cuomo's involvement in his brother's defense. A CNN spokesperson said Tuesday that documents, which were not privy to before their public release, raised serious questions. So evidently, according to CNN, Chris Cuomo did some things he should not have done. When Chris admitted to us that he had offered advice to his brother's staff, he broke our rules. We acknowledged that publicly. But we also appreciated the unique position he was in and understood his need to put his family first and his job second. However, these documents point to a greater level of involvement in his brother's efforts than we previously knew. As a result, we have suspended Chris indefinitely pending an investigation. The documents released by New York Attorney General Letitia James include text messages and transcripts of interviews with instigators who led the probe into allegations against the governor. So they got text messages with Andrew talking to the aides who were defending his brother and giving him advice. And also, here's the most important part. So here's it. Here's the most important part, guys. The text messages also revealed that Chris sought to use his connections in the press to help prepare the then governor's team as accusers started to make their stories public. So he started to use his press connections, talk to people, hey, help my brother out. Maybe you should do the story this way. Hey, whoa. Whoa. Slow down. Pump your brakes. Rachel, pump your brakes. Down. Slow down. All right. Slow down. You're living foul. Slow down. That's so fast, my brother, okay? Slow down. You know? That's what they're saying. He uses press connections to help his brother. Okay, so the idea of one reporter calling another to find about what's coming down the pipe is completely business as usual. When Andrew resigned as governor in August, Chris told CNN that he was not an advisor, but a brother. He acknowledged that he talked with his brother's aides, and gave his take until CNN told him not to do so in May. So I don't know what the problem is. If he stopped, but okay. Cuomo said then back in August, I never attacked or encouraged anyone to attack any woman who came forward. I never made calls to the press about my brother's situation. The Monday's revelations cast some doubt on his statement about his interactions with the press. When asked, I would reach out to sources, other journalists, to see if they had heard of anybody else coming out. This is during testimony. Chris Cuomo also said under oath that what he told CNN viewers earlier this year, that he never influenced or attempted to control CNN's coverage of my family. If I had tried to influence any of the reporting on CNN or anywhere else, I guarantee you people would know, and so would a lot of others. It didn't take CNN, well, it didn't take Chris's guarantees, obviously. Look, he's in a position to help his brother, he's probably going to do so. Probably a smart thing would have been to make him step down anyway, just due to the close proximity, and you don't want to appear to be improprietary. Improprietary is going on. So that's something. I blame CNN. Like, come on, man, this is like a no-brainer, man. This, that's his brother. When he just on CNN, like during the whole pandemic, Uncle Andrew, he was on the show every day with his water bottle. And now, when he goes to the hot water, you don't expect his brother to help him out. You don't think he's going to use his connections. You don't think he still can use his connections. Like he's got to be employed by you to use connections. So anyway, this is all for show, right? Because whatever. See, that's how it sucks, man. When you don't have connections, you are screwed. Got to have connections in this big, nasty world. An average Joe like you and I, we'd be screwed, Johnson. We out of there. We got nobody to help us. People that say they're going to help you are really hurting you. Got to have the hookup. And yes, Andrew Cuomo, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, has a lot of hookups. He also probably knows where a few bodies are buried. So they don't dance on his grave too loudly before he gets up out of it. Starts telling stories. True stories. All right, last thing before we go. I heard people talk about Dave Chappelle and this going to Duke Ellington. Okay. I like Duke Ellington. When I was a kid, I knew a couple of kids that went to Duke Ellington. And they didn't end up doing much in their particular performing, but they had a good time, and they learned some stuff. And hell, I don't know what it could be. Some of them I lost contact with, but I do remember that. And me being from this area, I remember kids going to Duke Ellington. It was fame. I want to live forever. I want to learn how to fly. That was horrible, Johnson. But yeah, back around that time was a show called Fame and kids dancing and the School of Performing Arts. It's one in New York. Ours was Duke Ellington in D.C. Now here's the point. Dave Chappelle has done a lot to help this school. And that was his former school, and that's where he went, and that was great, okay? And then they wanted to give him an award and name a portion or a hall or something out to him. He didn't say, hey, name this after me. Man, name me after this. Name me. Name a piece of the building after me. They're doing it. So people got pissed because, all the ruckus around the closer, and they're upset about it, and they said, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want you to do it. We don't want Dave Chappelle's name on our school. Ironically, people feel that way. And that, just a lot of people still pissed that he made those jokes and he did those bits, and I don't really want to unpack all that over again. Here's what I will say about the latest thing, though. David visited the alma mater. He stopped by. He talked to the kids. He shouldn't have stopped by and talked to the kids. Because kids are going to say kid shit. They don't understand that you're a comedian. They don't understand that you tell jokes for a living. They don't understand your job is to be a guy who pushes buttons, pisses people off. They don't get it, particularly the ones who just really don't. I mean, they just don't get it. They get it. It's fun when you are talking about other people. When you talk about certain other people, no good, no bueno. No bueno. So that's how it is. So I think Dave shouldn't have went there to talk to those people. Just because kids are gonna say some stuff and they're not gonna take it well. It's like a crowd. I don't think Dave does college tours for similar reasons, right? So anyway. So when he went here, he went to his alma mater, he talked to the kids, and there were kids there. Remember, these are high school kids, 15, 16, 17 years old, talking shit to a 48-year-old man who's, I guess he's not doing a performance, but is Dave ever really not doing a performance? He's been in show business for over 30 years, right? Is he ever off? Like, is he ever not? Isn't that who he is? Like, he's not like some people that you know. Like, let me get to it, guys. I know some people out there who are phony as fuck. Okay, they're just phony. Whatever they gotta say, they'll say. Whatever they gotta do, they're gonna do it. They are lames, okay? Now, their life is easier because they're lames. But that doesn't change the fact you are spineless and you are lame. Not everyone operates that way. Some people, particularly people who don't have bosses, say fuck it. Yeah, like you may not be aware of this. You may not be aware of it. But there are people out here who work for themselves, like Tim Black, who can say fuck it. So those people always want other people to be like them, which is captive. Held captive, can't say whatever you want to say, can't say what you feel. And I don't mean just going gratuitously over the top, being hurtful or mean and spiteful. But if you write something, if you do something, if you say something, if you think something, you say that shit. Say it with your chest. Cut the check. See? Cut the check. You just say it. Whatever it is, you mean it. Reparations is needed. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to work with me. Mass incarceration is an evil, evil practice done in America to keep us under the boot and as slaves in this country. We were never freed because once you set us free, you mass incarcerated us back into slavery. See, I can say that. I can say that. No one on CNN is going to say that. There are people that will say it temporarily for like 2 seconds on their own platform, and then when they give an opportunity to say so on, like, say, a national stage, when I say it. So what I'm saying is, the whole thing about Dave Chappelle is I'm looking at this article, I'm looking at what happened at the alma mater, is that they're looking at Dave Chappelle as a guy like them. He's not like you. You don't take risks. You don't be yourself. You don't walk in life as your own man or woman. You are a controlled person. You are a person with a job who can't do your own shit. Okay? That's what it is. You're a guy or woman with a job who is controlled. Some child said to Dave Chappelle when he went there to the place he's donated millions of dollars to, he wants to have an honest conversation with them. There were people pissed off. Now, a lot of people clapped for him. Some did not clap for him. Some people were mad. Some of the kids were upset. They don't like what Dave Chappelle said about their friends. I get that. Dave's reaction is not my reaction because Dave Chappelle is a comedian. I would have been myself. Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle. Now listen, this is a 16-year-old saying, I'm 16, I think you're childish. First of all, a 16-year-old person, a child, that's what I call 16, tells a 48-year-old man you're childish. Not a joke. People said, how are we supposed to respond to that? They expected him to respond the way politicians respond. They expected Dave Chappelle to respond the way Joe Biden would have responded. I don't know. Joe Biden might say, you want to go outside? What, you think I'm passing? You want to go outside? I don't know, because I heard Joe Biden threaten to fight people outside when he was on the campaign trail. How many people remember that? I got a feeling I would kind of envision what Trump would have said. Oh, go outside. You want to go outside? Oh, you dirty mouth on you. Dirty mouth on you. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. You, who raised you? No manners, no manners. Trump would have went hard on him. So not all politicians would kiss ass. Only a certain blend of corny ass fake liberals, which is what a lot of people pretend to be or want to be, fake ass liberals, would have let a 16-year-old child call them childish. I think you're childish. You handled it like a child. He didn't say, look, you want to go outside and fight? He didn't say, your mama. He didn't say, shut up, you little bastard. Nothing. I can try to envision. I'm trying to envision what kind of, I wonder what Charlie Murphy would have said. If a place he gave millions of dollars, had some 16-year-old stand up and tell him he's childish and he's behaving like a child. I wonder if Charlie would have been like, oh, y'all see, you got me. Yeah, this is my fucking thing. It's your child. Think I'm a child, huh? Okay. Watch me knock your teeth into the back of your forehead. That's what I'm going to do. You know, what I'm saying is there are people going out to Chappelle on this who are not putting it in context that he's a comedian, he's himself, and he's not a politician. And this kid didn't even stop there. He said that Chappelle is a bigot. I think Chappelle's response to that was as good as you're going to get from a comedian. Remember, this is not Prince Alfred or whatever Prince. I don't follow those people. This is a comedian. He doesn't report to some network like you. He doesn't like be able to be somewhere he's got to punch a time clock, right? You can't counsel him because he's not counting on you. I don't understand what you don't understand. His response was, my friend, with all due respect, I don't believe you can make one of the decisions I have to make on a given day. I don't know how blistering that's supposed to be. Did not seem blistering at all. I repeat, my friend, with all due respect, I don't believe you can make one of the decisions I have to make on a given day. For some reason, people are saying that was over the top and heavy-handed. Okay, so Politico reported that Chappelle responded to another antagonistic question from a student, and he said that I'm better than every instrumentalist, artist, no matter what art you do in this school. Right now, I'm better than all of you. I'm sure that will change. I'm sure you'll be a household name soon. He's joking. He's being sarcastic. That's his humor. That's what he does. I don't understand why people expect Dave Chappelle not to be Dave Chappelle. They're so used to people being phony and just cutting on a switch or cutting off a switch because that's what they do with their lives. They just pretend to be something and then they're not that thing anymore. Yeah, they will step in, they put on the suit, they put on the monkey suit, they do the job, they take off the monkey suit, they act like whatever. Like, I hated that. Hated corporate life. I couldn't stand that you had to pretend to be a certain way, put up with shit from people that you would normally tell them to go kiss your ass or go jump in front of something moving fast. You know? And you gotta pretend that, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, how's the weather? And say stupid shit and reply to people that you wouldn't normally talk to, that you have nothing in common with, that don't like you, and you both don't like each other, but you have to deal with each other. Report to people that you're smarter than and let them tell you what to do and know it's the wrong thing to do, but you got to do it because they said do it. But they expect everyone to be that way because they're so institutionalized. That's what the word. Now, here's the main part that's the most publicized. And this is what they're making a big deal out of. Some students shouted at him. Nat walked up to a mic or whatever. Some students shouted at him. Your jokes kill. Your comedy kills. And Dave responded with a retort and said, niggas are killed every day. And then he looked around and said, the media's not here, are they? Right? It was a joke, but it wasn't a joke. It's Dave Chappelle. Then they got the people go on and on about, oh God, how could Dave Chappelle say the N-word to my kids who never use the N-word? I'm not saying Dave should go around to a bunch of kids saying the N-word, but I'm saying Dave says the N-word. He says the N-word a lot. To be so offended that Dave Chappelle said the N-word, it's to be like, I don't know, to watch a football game and see people tackle each other. You go, God, they're so violent the way they tackle one another. It's like to watch baseball and see someone, wow, they're swinging sticks. To watch Lauren Boebert give a speech and go, this shit's really stupid. Anyway, so now there's a person named Carla Sims, spokesperson for Dave Chappelle, he said these kids deserve an F for forgiveness. He did not expect students to want him to apologize during the visit, but give them some space to grow. They're going to say things that are immature. Duke Ellington, an official, added the comedian encouraged students who took issue with his comedy to ask questions. During a conversation with students and staff, Chappelle specifically invited the voices of discontent to ask questions. Our principal has approached several students after the assembly. So after the assembly, they spoke again. Despite apparently tense moments, students said Chappelle had a softened tone by the end of the visit, denounced death threats some students received over protesting him. One student recounted him as being really kind. His whole tone changed when a student said, Dave Chappelle said, this is my family, and whether they know it or not, I love these kids. I don't want to hear about any threats to these kids. These kids don't deserve that. First of all, what kind of, since some people think me not agreeing with them about Dave Chappelle is defending Dave Chappelle. No. Me threatening kids because they, protested against Dave Chappelle, now that would be defending him. Who gives a shit what they say? But here's the thing, guys. He was really kind, said one of the students. If only he had acted that way the whole time. There was no reason for him to be mean to us. He was just laughing at kids. Yeah. Okay, so either you're kids or you're adults. If you're kids, which I think you are, maybe kids should not tell grown people that they are acting like children. Then call them bigots and say that they're killing people by telling jokes. So, and if you go that far, it's like I said, and here's the thing. I said in the beginning, I don't think Dave should have went there to talk to the kids, but he wanted to treat them like grown-ups. He probably treats them I'm assuming, I'm only guessing, I don't know shit, but I got a feeling this is the type of parent he is. He talks to his son and his kids like they are grown people, like grown little people, and he goes, hey, what's going on, man? And lets them kind of figure out things. You know that kind of parent where you talk to him and it's like, why do you think you do? So what'd you do? I did this. Well, why'd you do that? Do you think that was a good idea? What could have you have done differently, son? You know, I didn't have those type of parents, you know? You know? My dad just told me what it was. Like, that's pathetic. You didn't do what? Oh, God. What are you thinking? Don't answer that. Fix it, you know? That's the kind of dad I had, you know, and I love the hell out of him, you know? But Dave seems like a different person. Once again, you're asking Dave Chappelle to be somebody he ain't, okay? I would not have went there. Because kids are going to say shit, and this is a catch-22. But see, he's rich and successful. He can go there. He can't be canceled. Also, it's important to note, he did extend an offer. He said to the kids that want him canceled, if you want me canceled, send a donation to the school, and you can count you and tell them if you want me canceled or you want me to go or whatever. And if you want him to remain with the name on the block or whatever, the name on the school, whatever, in a dormitory, whatever it is, I don't know. Then send money and say, I want Dave, keep Dave. So send money and say, keep Dave, or send money and say, get rid of Dave. And whoever has the most votes wins. But you got to send money to have a voice. So Dave is trying to raise money for the school. Even in this bad news cycle of a thing where they say he's evil and mean and bigoted and horrible, he's still trying to raise money for the school, which is what he was doing all along. And I kind of understand. I'm proud of the kids in a way. I'm proud of the kids for being who they are, and that some of them not caring how much money he gives the school. That's kind of dope, because that means they like you or they don't like what you did, and they're gonna let money influence you. That's one important point. Let me get that up for the kids. I like that. And remember, I'm working this out in real time, guys. But it's deep when you think about it, because the kids are not going, hey, he gives all this money to the school. That's a parent thinking. Hey, he gives money to the school. He doesn't hate kids. He doesn't cook kids. This ain't pizza hate. He doesn't, you know? But that's what parents would think, grown-ups. But kids probably not thinking about those types of issues. Money just grows on trees, or they're not considering the economics that helps keep the school open. That puts the books on the tables. It does, you know, stuff that their tuition doesn't cover or whatever. So I admire that the kids are just focused on that part of it. So I give them that. I don't see Dave as being malice. I just think that, like me, I wouldn't have went. That's all, I wouldn't have went. Because I'm too broke to go. And if I say what I really want to say, then it'll be some shit like it is for Dave. And I don't have the resilience or the resources to be able to say that in that type of forum. Now, if I was Dave Chappelle, I would have done what Dave Chappelle did, because I would be Dave Chappelle. Duh. I don't know, man. That's how I see it. So anyway, interesting story. I just thought I'd cover it, guys. You guys want to do phone calls? I feel like that went too long. I'm about to cut the hell out of that. I'm going to cut the hell out of that when I put it out. Okay. We're going to go to phone calls. Why not, Johnson? Why not do phone calls? Okay. Make sure that person's he didn't call back. Good. Okay. Very good. Goodness gracious, man. All right, so we're getting set up for phone calls, man, because we do phone calls here, Johnson. Fun times, baby, fun times. It is what it is. You guys ready? You guys ready for some phone calls? Okay, let's do some phone calls. Don't give me no trouble, man. Let's jump out there. Let's jump out there with a 312 number in the house. We are all good. Oh, let me cut the phone line up a little bit here. A little bit V1. All right. 312, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment? 312.
Hey, Tim. It's Tony D calling in again. Great show tonight. I got to tell you a couple things. I got COVID right now. I'm recovering off work for 10 days. So I can't stay up too late to watch the whole show. I'm sure it's going to be great. I was thinking about something a while ago that I knew you would also agree with. I see a lot of people on YouTube who cover politics, who cover foreign policy a lot more than they cover policy about what's going on in the U.S. It's a little bit odd to me. Like, foreign policy is very, very important. I'm against war. I don't want to go to war. I don't want America doing coups. But it seems bizarre to cover that a lot more than you cover what's going on in America.
You are really low, brother. Hold on a second. Let me see if it's me.
I'm low?
Okay, I got you. It's my phone. You're good. So say that one more time, Tony. You were saying some people don't cover. What don't they cover?
Well, a lot of people on the progressive side of YouTube cover foreign policy way more than they cover what's going on here at home and what's going on with the police. And it's rather bizarre, really.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. It is.
I mean, I hear a lot of things about Nicaragua, and I'm sure what's going on there is really crazy, but is that more important than what's happening here in America with the cops and, you know, what's facing the black community? I don't think that's more important. You could discuss both as well.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to say about this Ilhan Omar incident, ever since the squad had been elected, the four of them have faced death threats, it seems like, on the regular. And with people like Boebert and Aaron Green, it's going to keep happening more and more. And as you mentioned before, people make money when they throw hate on the squad for racist reasons. It happened with Trump when he said that he left where it came from, and now Boebert and Taylor Green are doing it. And I don't know how these idiots keep getting elected. Of course, some states are really stupid. But when you keep electing people like this that throw hate on people like Omar and AOC and Tlaib, this is going to keep happening. I'm not the biggest fan of AOC and Omar, but I don't want them to face death threats. And somehow you need to get Boebert out of office so that you can stop making these stupid racist attacks. Because Ilhan Omar could seriously find herself in danger one day. I don't want that to happen. And I'm really sick with COVID right now, so I can't stay up for the whole show. Got to go to bed soon. Love you, Tim.
Love you too, Tony, man. Get better, buddy. Give it up for my caller, T. Tony D. Give it up for him, y'all. Thank you now. Yeah, man, get better, man. I know that's tough, man. And just hang in there, man. Tough stuff, brother. Tough stuff. I wish you a speedy recovery. As regarding your comments, brother, yeah, man. I don't know what it is with people with the covering of international news, and then they forgo, as you say, like what's going on in the country. Yeah, like people can cover what they want to cover. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But I do see it a lot. And my thing is this. Don't be complaining. Like, this is one of the reasons why I had to make some changes, some adjustments. And I knew it was going to be a hard thing to do. Like, my friend Tom, he was like, Tim, man, this is tough what you're doing. That you are switching audiences while you have a show, and that's a tough thing to do, to switch an audience. And that's like, I had to do it, man, because the shit that's been going on, I just can't stomach it. Okay? But what I noticed is there was a lack of coverage of black issues. And so not only were they not pushing the issues that directly impact my community, specifically, they didn't want to push any issues that impacted us because they're all political strategists. Some of them haven't held a real job in their fucking lives, but they're political strategists because they have a YouTube channel. It's the most laughable shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it really is funny when you think about it. I worked on the campaign. Doing what, man? I gave flyers that time. I did that. So anyway, yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I'm not saying the international news doesn't need to be covered, but I stand on it, man. You can't come to me every 4 years or whatever when you don't get the results you want for your party and then blame black people for it. Meanwhile, you don't cover black issues. I was doing them a fucking favor, but they don't want a favor because me covering it, I thought me covering black issues kind of helped the left. I'm like, this helps the left. I'm covering the black issues they aren't covering. And unlike some people, I'm doing it. I'm saying it with my chest. I mean what I say. I'm real with it. I cover it from a working people's standpoint because that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I thought they would go over well, but it didn't because it seemed like when I covered it, it made them look bad that they didn't cover it. Instead of them going, hey, he's our black coverage guy of, they looked at it like, he makes me look bad because he's covering it and we're not covering it. We hate him now. That's kind of what they did. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? So I'm going to move to the next call, Tony. Like, once again, like I know people that cover domestic and people that cover international. It's just so much one person could do, me being that one person. But there are people with people. There are networks and there are channels, there are organizations and companies. These are entities with more than one people who can do more. They choose not to do more. They should shut the fuck up when Biden gets his ass kicked in 2024 and black people don't come out when their party don't support black issues. I'm moving on to the next call. I got a 757 number in the queue. 757, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
TB, what's going on, man? You got the one and only Super Dan out here trying to truck around this country, man. How you been?
What's going on, fam?
Man, I got a couple of subjects I'd like to jump on real quick, man. The CNN thing with Cuomo, man, I ain't even mad at that guy. That's just my opinion. I mean, he stuck up for his brother. I ain't saying it's right or wrong, but I can't be mad at that. A couple people brought it up in the comments and all. Specifically to your point, you asked how much that person, I almost let it slip, but out there in Colorado, Boebert, Cuebert, whatever that, it might as well be Cuebert. She, to your question, she raised $1 million last quarter, and I think she's got, I threw up the number up in your comments in the citation, but like over $2.5 million, I think, or $2 million in the bank. So some of these rednecks are supporting her all over. I ain't even gonna jump on that because she's just racist, to be honest with you. I think it's a hate crime, some of the shit she says, and I think the federales ought to go after her, man, straight up. I mean, they go after me or you for saying half that stuff, so why not? They're not above the law. And to that point, shoot, I was trying to think of the other subject I was trying to jump on. Definitely wanted to give a shout out to Nina, nice and early, man. We're still a long way off on her election, but she's gonna need some help. Man, we had our shot with Bernie, but Nina is on a whole nother level, and we need to get behind that real early, just because of the fact that she can make a positive change, and she truly cares. Even if she ain't holding her position, I don't care if she was in Congress or not, she cares, man. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that. And shoot, there was another subject I wanted to jump on, man. I can't. Oh yeah, that lady, the Weinstein that killed himself, got killed or whatever, and that other chick that helped him out with it, accessory after the fact, whatever you want to call it. Why do we got a media blackout on that, man? Like, why? I can't find it anywhere. And to be honest with you, man, I've been grinding for work, doing this trucker thing. We're staying busy. God bless all my truckers out there. Shout out to the teachers and the nurses and everybody trying to keep this country going. But, I don't even expect an answer from you. But why, man? They covered nonstop on and I was surprised at the results of the Georgia trial. To be honest with you, I thought I was going to go the other way. And God bless them. I hope those guys just spend the rest of their life. I don't even want them to get death. Spend the rest of their life and suffer in hell. And that Wisconsin thing, I don't know. I disagree with the verdict, and I'll just leave it at that. And I ain't trying to take up too much of your time. I'm sure you got plenty of people up in the queue, but God bless you. God bless your fam on these times. And I also want to give a shout out to everybody that's out there that if you can't find work, man, the truck industry needs some people, but It takes dedication. You're going to live a lonely life. You'll make a couple dollars, but it's a way out of the hood or out of whatever situation you might be in. So shout out to y'all for that. And if any of y'all need a friend, reach out to them. You know, these are depressing times for a lot of people, you know, and
Yes,
they
sir.
just had another freaking shooting out there in I think it was Colorado, I believe. No, Wisconsin, somewhere. School shooting today and all that, man. So talk to these kids also, and I ain't gonna take up too much time, but yeah, again, a shout out to Nina, man. We got to support her real early and real hard and real long. So that's a long run. Anyways, God bless you. I appreciate your time, Tim. I ain't gonna take it up no more. Stay blessed, my man.
You got it, brother. Give it up for my man, Dan, up in here. I appreciate you, Dan. Be safe on the road, brother. I appreciate you. And look, man, Dan's got a point. It's a tough time, man. People are going through it, man, trying to make ends meet. So we know what it is, and you got people out here going through hard times. It was a great video I saw on Instagram, and it was, you know, when you ask a man how he's doing, and he just says, "I'm doing," you know, I'm good. You know, he ain't good. You know, he's just saying he's good because if you're a guy, really, no one cares how you're doing. You know what I'm saying? No one, you know, no one's trying to, you know, just asking rhetorically. They don't really want to know. But we're all going through it, just trying to make it. And you know, and if you want to know why I know, because, you know, if you know how I'm doing, I'm good. You know, I'm good. So it was really dope, and it really hit me. It kind of touched me there because, you know, we're all going through it, and so don't be afraid to reach out to the men as well. Women are a little bit, or much better, it appears, with self-help and self-health and all that good stuff, and doing things themselves when it comes to that. But to your other question about Ghislaine Maxwell, brother, I saw it. You know, I know that's the running like rhetoric about the story, is that it's not getting a lot of media coverage. I think part of it is, here's what I think, okay? If there is not a lot of interest, where it means a lot of people are going to make money, everything they do is based on profit. You know, there are some subjects that get dangerous for me to cover because YouTube likes to come after me. So I got a feeling covering that story is going to have a lot of dialogue of a graphic nature. I'd have to very delicately kind of talk about it because it could get me in trouble with YouTube. Posting, like right now, YouTube is my primary place I post. I also post on Facebook. I also post on Instagram. And so I have to be cognizant of the backlash I could get. Now, I could cover it. There is information out there. There are entities that cover every day at the court trial. There have been other cases like this too. Remember that guy, what's the guy in California who finally went to jail, where a couple of brothers were found, a couple of brothers were killed at his house in California, and people knew about this guy, and he was a big time booster for the Democratic Party. Some people know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comment section. So there are certain stories that, for whatever reason, man, just don't get a lot of traction. Without going into, it could be they're blacking out and all this stuff, brother. I don't think America really gives a shit about protecting anyone other than themselves. But generally speaking, they will exploit anything, and they will exploit anyone to make $1. So if they're not covering it, typically it's either to protect themselves or it's because there's not a lot of money in it. Get what I'm saying? Is if it's not a lot of money in it, it's not a lot of money in it. That's sort of what I see. California, the guy who had I forget, Buck. His name is Buck. There it is. Who said that? Gaius City. Gaius City said it. Keith Weston said that, Buck. There you go. That story did not get a lot of coverage either. They did not publicize it. They did not put it on TV. But there was a sister who covered that story. She sat in the courtroom every day. She covered it faithfully for a couple of years. So I could have reported on it, but I was really worried because everything about the story was graphic because it was based on what the story was about, what the case was about, what the trial was about, what the crimes were about. All of it would have to be redacted from YouTube. So sometimes you got some stories that are so graphic, I think it's dangerous to cover. I don't know if how networks see it, Could be. I don't know. I don't want to just say it's because they want to protect politicians or they want to protect rich people. They could, but I often find a lot of media, especially corporate media, to be unethical as hell. And if they can make a dollar out of it, they will make a dollar out of it. They'll cover your death. They'll cover the death of you very extensively if it makes a dollar. They won't cover your rise. They'll cover the hell out of your fall. So, it is what it is. I don't even want to say, like, I don't know what information she's given up at this point that implicates other people in the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein. But, we'll see. I think that's all Dan said that I need to respond to. Dan, I appreciate you, man. Be safe out there on those roads, brother. Keep your head up. Do what you got to do. But remember, ain't nothing worth your life, man. Be careful out there. Yeah, man. I had a lot of brothers, man. A lot of friends, man, driving trucks, man, making good lives, man. When I was coming up, there were brothers in the hood, man. That was like the dream, bruh. That was a dream. Like, if you couldn't get out on a scholarship, playing sports, or join a band or something, if you could get a trucker's license and then get your own truck, bruh. All right, we'll go to the next call, man. 949, you're my next contestant. What's happening? What's your name? What's your comment?
Hi, Tim. It's Jenna Beck. I hope you're doing well.
I'm good. How you doing?
I jumped in. I'm good. I've been walking blocks for workers, trying to get some measures on the ballot. I jumped in a little bit late, but I have some thoughts on the particular topics. By the way, that Buck guy that you were talking about, that got local coverage here in California. I don't think it really made national news as much, but it did rattle because he was so deeply connected to the Democratic Party. So it got a lot of local coverage. But you're right. I think that a lot of the news media is unwilling to touch the more bizarre stories for a couple of reasons. One, it connects into the whole lizard people conspiracy theory thing, and that messaging has been combated for so long at this point because there are so many conspiracy theorists out there that actually believe that kind of stuff that they don't want to fan the flames, is my guess. That's my interpretation of it. In regards to Cuomo, this took way too long. Because not only was he helping his brother, but this goes way back. Do you remember in 2018, Tim, who were we running up in New York against him? And Chris Cuomo kept dropping videos all over social media trying to get his brother elected. This goes so far back, and he totally used his platform to advance his brother's ambitions and to pull cover for that dude. Chappelle, I'm not going to say a lot about Chappelle. I think what he did was cringe, and I think he can make up for it. And it just reminds me of how there's a couple of comedy clubs on Sunset Strip where I can't remember which one it is, but they have an upstairs room where they do improv. And basically in the improv room, the comedians are not allowed to use any swear words whatsoever. And it's considered like the gold room of that club because it's so much harder to actually pull off comedy if you don't rely on swearing. And I think Chappelle probably needs to go back to his basics a little bit and try and hone in on, like, he has a lot of funny material. I think what he's been doing recently is kind of taking some low blows and pot shots, which is not helpful to his case. But here's the big one that I wanted to bring to you to find out if you've covered it, because I have been walking blocks and I've been super busy. Have you covered the fact that Twitter Spaces are being used for hate crimes right now? And there was an attack against Black women yesterday morning. There was another one this morning against Jewish people. So I just wanted to throw that out there and see if you've covered it. Ben Dixon did a counter space to give Black women a place to heal and discuss their feelings around that.
No, I did not cover that.
that might be something you want to explore. I don't know if you even saw it happen, but it was pretty horrific. And I did tape about an hour and 10 minutes of Ben Dixon's space, giving these Black women an opportunity.
Okay, great. You know, me and Ben don't work together. So
Thanks for having me. I hope.
Okay, brother. I appreciate it, Jen.
I hope you're doing well.
All right. Give it up for my caller, y'all. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, me and Ben don't work together. Okay, so I don't know what he's working on. Yeah, I don't know. You said they were attacked on Twitter. Okay. No, I hadn't heard about women being attacked on Twitter, man. I guess I'm out of the loop on that one. I got a lot of Black people here. I didn't know one Black here has called me up and said, hit me up, or left comments saying that they were attacked on Twitter. I don't know. But okay. So he put up a space for them, for Black women to talk. I would think Black women would put up a space for Black women to talk. Black women, I think they got more of a footprint on Twitter than black men do. That's just what I think. But anyway, okay. I guess I'll check that out, man. If my people, I haven't heard. Like I said, I haven't heard anything about that. Okay. 862. Jesus Christ. Attacked on shitter. Okay. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Has anyone heard about this? Seriously, guys. Has anyone heard about what she's talking about sexual assault cases? No, this attacked on shitter. I don't know what that is. Attacked on Twitter. Yeah, that's true. No one's. I haven't heard. Like, I haven't heard anything about this, but I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Oh, God. I don't know. All right, moving on to the next call, man. I don't know. It's moving too fast. I really can't see. But like I said, I haven't heard anything about Black women being attacked on Twitter. Possibly it's something out there. I'm going to move on to 862. 862, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, Tim, it's Danny Trujillo. I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
Danny, what's up? What's on your mind?
I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, brother? I have two questions for you. One is about Tulsi Gabbard, and the second one is more.
I don't feel like answering questions. I don't feel like answering questions. What would you like to talk about, brother? Go ahead and make your statement.
Okay. Well, I was wondering what your thoughts were about Tulsi Gabbard's recent transphobia comments and her comments about
what did you think?
Like
what did
her
you think?
Going right wing suddenly.
What did you think about him? Suddenly? What do you think about him, brother?
Well, I just felt like she was she misled a lot of people with her whole progressive, like Bernie bro, kind of like Bernie left wing kind of thing. But then I'm seeing her supporting Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm seeing her supporting like all these Fox News talking points.
Okay.
Have you seen that too? Did you get that from her?
Brother, this is your time, brother. What did you think about it? You know more about it than I do, I'm sure. What do you think about it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the trans thing, like I didn't get why she wanted to make her last political thing anti-trans people in sports and this and that. But also then she turned around and she's supporting Kyle Rittenhouse and then she turns around, and now she's supporting drone strikes when she tried to act like she was an interventionist when it comes to wars. And I don't know, it's a lot of hypocrisy that I feel like that she's spewing recently.
I hear you, man. I hear you, Danny. It's disheartening, brother. You know, it's disheartening, man. I thank you for the phone call. Good enough before I call it, Danny, y'all. Yeah, man. It's yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a Tulsi Gabbard supporter. You know what I'm saying? And I gave her the benefit of the doubt longer than I needed to, and I still been off the day. I saw who she was almost a year ago, and that was me giving her way more benefit of the doubt than some people that I know wanted me to give her. You know what I'm saying? That was a year ago. Like, I knew when she was running. I gave up on Tulsi when she was running, when she was still in the race. And I looked at her as just maybe she could help take out a couple of real, neoliberals that I didn't want to get far, but I had no support for her, none of that stuff. There were other people that for some reason thought that she was this great progressive person. She wasn't. She isn't. She will not be. She was not. It was all for show, evidently. What she's doing now, not to maintain a seat, but just doing as a private citizen, I would like to think that that's what she really is. The person you are when you're no longer at work, right? There it is. That's how I see it. I could, who knows? I'm not going to give her any of my hard-earned money. 808, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Yo, what's going on, Tim Black? It's William from Hawaii.
What's going on, Will? What's happening, brother?
I actually called. I had something good I wanted to talk about, but now I got to comment on last few callers. Number one, any movement is only as strong as its most fragile white women. So you got to keep that in mind when you're fielding some of these problems. I can speak really quick about Tulsi Gabbard just a little bit because she was my representative. In full disclosure, I did actually support when she ran in the state house, and I also supported her when she ran for Congress. Now, I was very disappointed in Tulsi Gabbard in when she moved on to the national presidential election, things really went awry. But talking about that, just to talk about the transgender issues and her last thing before she left Congress, that was a big deal in Hawaii County because we had a couple different athletes. They were competing against girls. In Hawaii is a very different place. The way people speak, the way people view things, it's pretty old-fashioned in a way, but it's old-fashioned Hawaiian. And I know if there's nothing else Tulsi Gabbard did do while she was in Congress, Tulsi Gabbard put forth a ton of proposals. She proposed a ton of bills that she and her office ran themselves, and they were things that the people in Hawaii County were asking her to do as their representative. And I don't want this to sound like I'm sticking up for her as this great person. I've been very disappointed with her run as president, and also since she's been in the private sector, I've been very disappointed. But some of the things I think are getting a little bit confused. And then to say that she was, her sticking up, I went a little softer on her comments about the Kyle Rittenhouse thing because she didn't comment about Kyle Rittenhouse. She was commenting on what she felt the jury's decision meant and whether she felt they got it right or they got it wrong. I don't know. It's kind of blown out of proportion, I think. All right, now let me go.
She's full of shit. She was full of shit, man.
Okay, that's. I'm just honestly, Tim. for me, I didn't pay enough attention to it. So maybe there was more to it, and I don't know. So it's quite possible. But like I just saw one thing she recorded and posted on Twitter, and I don't know. I don't even think I went from start to finish on it. So I was listening to the pause today, and then I was also just listening to your breakdown, your commentary when you started tonight. All this talk about Epstein and Maxwell and Cuomo and Chappelle and what are they going to do and who do you know and why are they doing this? Ultimately, I think what it comes down to is the idea that, man, we will never know what goes on in that world. That is an entirely different universe, an entirely different stratosphere, and anything that's reported on any of these people will be spun in some way, shape, or form that most of us will accept because we're never going to know exactly when it went on and why it went on. I mean, there are very few journalists that are out there nowadays that actually investigate. You have all these talking heads that, especially on YouTube, that play this role of they're reporting these news stories, but basically they're just taking something that was reported somewhere else by someone else, and they're regurgitating it with their own opinion on top of it. And they're careful about what they choose to speak about and what they don't choose to speak about for the same reasons why network news is very careful about what they report on. It all comes down to dollars and cents.
Okay.
In as much as you want to believe that these left commentators are really sticking up for progressives and the average everyday person, I don't buy it. These people make some serious money. Taya Kolinsky, Brianna Joy Gray, Crystal Sager. These people are raking in some serious dough. But there are things that I will look to different people in independent media because I know they'll cover certain things fairly. Now, this is the good thing that I wanted to report on, or I just wanted to discuss or bring up. And this is something that you've heard very, very little about. I wanted to talk about that decision last week with the John Deere workers. I don't think people understand what a huge thing that was. That was giant, and nothing like this has remotely this size happened since 1986. A strike of this size with compensation that was that great. These guys over the next to 2025, these guys are getting a 20% total, 10% up front, and then two breakdowns of 5%, 20% increase in pay. Their pension, not only were they looking out for their pension, but they were looking out for the up and coming kids that are still in high school and college and haven't even got to that plant yet. They were looking out for them too. And being somebody from Detroit, my entire family, everyone I knew, everybody's family around me, everybody worked for General Motors. There was a feeling about political parties, and this is something my dad spoke of nonstop. There's only two parties you have to worry about in the United States of America, and that's the one that they have at the UAW Hall for Christmas, and then they have one at the park for 4th of July. Those are the only two parties. Let the UAW take care of politics. I remember as a kid, man, having 2 dinners a week at the UAW Hall and getting, free blocks of cheese and stuff. Strikes are scary things, and it takes some serious balls to put your future, your family's future, everything in your community on the line because you're getting screwed over. And I think it's a valuable lesson. I think it's a valuable lesson that if you are just in your questions, if you are looking for compensation that is
90
just and
seconds.
is right, There's nothing that can stop you if people band together. And we've lived these last few years in this environment of fear and what we can lose and what we can lose. And I think if nothing else, COVID taught us, you know what? We can lose it all. We can lose everything to a degree. We can be shut up in our house, but we can still survive. And I think that's like the reason that we see what's going on in the labor movement right now.
Wow,
that's all
brother.
I got for you, Tim. I love you, brother, and thank you very much.
All right, brother. Give it up for William, man. Look, goodness gracious. I wish you would have started with the story about the John Deere workers, man. That was the story, brother. Why'd you cover the rest of that stuff? Don't cover the rest of that stuff. Nah, stop with the John Deere, man. I didn't get to that one. That's the one, man. That was the one you were born to cover. You got a personal story about it. You know about the unions with the GM, General Motors unions. Come on, brother. You up there talking about this other shit. Because that Tulsi Gabbard defense shit right there, man, oh, God, bro. You can't say you're not defending somebody if you're actually defending them. Come on,
10
man.
seconds.
Tulsi Gabbard, look, man, she's horrible on race, brother. Will, it's somebody like you who is so cognizant of how important race is and how it gets played in America and how issues surrounding race and impacting race discrimination, these things that impact Black Americans. How could you be so checked out when it comes to Tulsi on this shit, man? This motherfucker, all lives mattered us. She all lives mattered us. People want to act like she didn't. That's exactly what she did. She stood up here. She is so horrible. Bernice King. Ring a bell. Bernice King of Martin Luther King Jr. had to step to her about using her father's name in her fucking tweets. Defending Kyle Rittenhouse with this, we're all judged by our character or some other bullshit. Just taking MLK's name and just throwing it in with her lame ass vanilla wafer pineapple coconut fucking word salad. This is horrible. It's disgraceful, brother, and it's insulting to Black people. And she's been doing that for a long time. That's why we and her don't follow each other, because I called her out over a year ago for bullshit like that. And she unfollowed my ass, and I unfollowed her ass. No skin off my nose, lady. So, and that's leaving out everything else people are talking about. Like, for me, all you gotta do is show me who you are when it comes to Black people. And if you're not gonna defend Black people, if you're gonna always play to the center or play to the right, actually play to the right when it comes to Black people, and then try to pivot back and then throw a bone, that's some bullshit. That's politics. We know that all day. It's a layup to say Ahmaud Arbery. It's a layup to say that Ahmaud Arbery was murdered and he should be now. But it's another thing to say, yes, Ahmaud Arbery was murdered. He was lynched, and we need an anti-lynching bill. There we go. We need an anti-lynching bill as a symbolic gesture that we're moving to protect Black people from racist white people in America. We just have more hate crimes against us than any other group. So that's why it's important. What's the difference between regular hate crime? First of all, they're very difficult to prove, Johnson. Second of all, it would be a good step towards better race relations if Black people were a protected class, like some other people are protected by legislation, not just through this umbrella term. We can't even get our own law. An own law. I don't know how many. I know that there have been some folks. There was an Asian law barring them from the country back in like 1870 or something. Real deal. There was a real deal ban against Asians coming to migrating to the United States. Okay? But what I'm saying is the way that Black people have been discriminated against and hated against and killed and bombed. We had churches bombed, little girls killed. We had entire cities bombed. Okay? To this day, Black people have not recovered. And to say something very small like an anti-lynching bill will be a step in the right direction. I never hear Tulsi talk about ending qualified immunity. I never hear her talk about reparations. I never hear her talk about a Black agenda. I never hear her talk about an anti-lynching bill. The end. The end. Done. Done, dun, 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 dun. So I don't give a fuck what she did for people in Hawaii. When you're in Congress, you're not helping black people in America, and you're in Congress. That's a problem. It's a problem for me. Maybe not a problem for other people. But William, I know you know that. Well, now you do know that. I mean, damn, dog, to have Bernice King have to slap you the fuck down publicly on Twitter in front of the whole world like 3 days ago for like using their father's name, man, that's some horrible shit. It really is. She should just go away, man. She should just go the fuck away. You know, it's okay to say a politician let you down, man. I've been let down. We've all been let down. She let us down. She let you down. She didn't let me down. She let you down. You know, but I saw Andrew Yang. I said Andrew Yang let us down. Of the people that supported Andrew Yang, he said he supported Medicare for all. He didn't. Only thing, you know, he had the UBI, but UBI ended up being a transfer of wealth to rich people. And I kept calling this out like Andrew Yang's UBI plan will give more money to a well-to-do family of 4, mother, father, 2 kids, and it will of a single mom with 2 kids. What kind of UBI is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? How does that make sense? People say, oh, forget about that. At least you're getting something. Just horrible shit. Horrible, no defense. And when I brought him on my show, and he told me, yeah, I support Medicare for all, you know, the same way Bernie does. And then 2 months later, he still has it on his website, but he doesn't support Medicare for all. He's making up some other version. Just like Tulsi. These people are full of shit, man. So the people that supported Andrew Yang can still, to this day, cannot admit Andrew Yang he'll run here. He runs like a leaky faucet. He'll run for anything. He'll run for dog catching next session. Anything, you know? He got in with the people in D.C. Ever since he did this the thing with Obama back in, 2010 or whatever. Whatever he did with Obama gave him the taste of political, and he thought the power. I could become a politician. I could do this. I don't know what Obama told him, but ever since then, this guy's been trying to be a politician. And he's just not. He's just not. So, and look at me. Bernie let me down. There was no reparations, no black agenda. I can admit it. That hurt me. That let me down. That pissed me off. I made excuses. I go, maybe it's going to make a change when he gets in. Maybe we could just get him in. He's got the best policies. And I still say, to this day, Bernie Sanders had the best policies for anybody in this country who was not rich. But he needed a better, stronger package for black people. I cannot sell that shit to black people. If you can't say black, damn it, I can't sell it. You got to be able to say black people. You got to look at the camera and say, I'm going to help black people, and this is how I'm going to do it. You got to be able to say that. You can't just intonate. You can't signal. You can't do none of this shit. You have to say it and be specific about what you're doing. And then black people will support you, but you got to do that. There are black people right now on the fence about supporting me. And as upset as I get about it, because it hurts me, it does, because I'm like, dog, I gave up a lot to do this shit. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm leaving you credibility. And if you congressmen, senators, they don't give a fuck. They have to know in their heart that I'm real about what I'm saying about them, that I'm serious about supporting them. And people on their own time. And they got to see that. So whenever they're comfortable with that, okay? You ain't going to be able to virtual signal your way into it. You ain't going to be able to Twitter space your way into it. You're going to have to actually demonstrate it. And luckily about life, here's the thing, and as upset as I have been about it, this is what I realized. Here's this thing about life. And if we're fortunate, life is long. And during that time, you get to show who you are every step, every step. Every step. You get to show who the fuck you are. You get to show who the fuck you are. So what's beautiful about this position that I hold, this business that I'm in, every day I get a new opportunity to show who I am. And that's good if you're being real. But when you're full of shit, it's bad. And that's good too for me, because you ain't real. And that will be displayed. That'll be a full display. So we've all been had by politicians. There is no reason to defend a bad politician. It's, you just got to admit, this motherfucker is not who they said they were. It's not a strike on you. It's not a strike on you. It doesn't mean they're bad in everything they do. But for some people, there are going to be things that to just stick in the craw. It's going to be things that just clip between that gap, and your tooth, and it's going to It's a and people are not going to let it go. And so I'm just keeping it 100 with you. So I'm not saying this. I don't know about her local politics in Hawaii. All I know is when I see it, and when I invited her on my show to address this shit, this is the thing with Tulsi, what she did to me. They really told me who she was. Tulsi Gabbard was supposed to come on my show. She kept pushing me, bumping me off because I felt they wanted me to tone down my interview with her. I was not going to tone down my interview. I was going to ask her about black shit. I've been on my black shit for a long time, okay? I'm not going to change that, okay? And she's running to become fucking president. They offered like, do you want to come to a debate? Now, I've never been to a presidential debate, dog. Never been to a presidential debate. I'm telling you guys some exclusive shit. I have never been to a presidential debate. Those debates passes cost thousands of dollars, okay? Tulsi Gabbard offered me, her people, her sister, Tulsi Gabbard's campaign offered me, they said, if we will pay your way in. We'll get you a seat at the debates. And you know what happened at the debates? She tore that shit up. She hit Kamala good. She hit Kamala good. Of course I wanted to see that. But I say, nah, man, I can't do that. Because if I do that, I ain't going to be able to report on that honestly. Right? So there are people that question what I'm about. They question these things. They don't know anything they're talking about. And there's some things I don't want to say because it's borderline unethical. But man, Tulsi's gone from politics. Sorry, peace out, whatever. May God be with you. Walk with God, whatever. So it doesn't really matter. So when it was time for her to come on my show, she said she couldn't hear me. She said my mic wasn't working. No, my mic is working. I can see it. I can't hear you, Tim. I can't hear you. She played me. I was like, for real, you can't hear me, dog? She said, yeah, I can't hear you. I said, oh, so you want to reschedule? Yeah, just reschedule if you think you want to. I say, oh, okay. Never would reschedule with me. It is what it is, man. Things happen. It is what it is. But back to my point. We can't see the future, man. People talk a good talk, they talk a good game, and they give you reasons to believe them. And some of it is us building them up in our own heads as well. But yeah, let's also admit they lead you. Sometimes people lead you on. They're politicians, right? They're trying to get votes. They're trying to get support. And then sometimes they do things that you do like. So it's okay, to make a mistake, man. We own it. It is okay. It happens to all of us. It's happened to anyone who's been involved in politics for any amount of time. This shit has happened to them. Where someone they hitched their wagon to, or they thought this person had this or whatever. That's why I've been more and more less interested. I'm more agnostic than anything else, even more so. And I'm a registered independent, and I'm still even more agnostic. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to ignore. If I'm even more agnostic, I'm gonna be an atheist when it comes to politics. I don't even know what that is. Apolitical? I'm apolitical at this point. I don't know if that's what you call it. Not unpolitical? Politically I don't know. Anti-political. So anyway, guys, I got another call in the queue. I want to get to this caller. They've been hanging out with me. 347. You're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hi, my name's Bernadette. How are you, Tim?
Hey, Bernadette, what's on your mind, sister?
I was online with your Wolf Gang, just chopping it up, talking about what's going on in the Black community. You made a very, very valid point earlier when you stated there's hardly anyone speaking on the Black community as far as mainstream media is concerned. It's like we are the forgotten people. There's so much going on. There are a lot of people who are in need of rental assistance, and I was online speaking about it. I was told I'm a person that's in need as far as getting help with rental assistance. I applied for this program called Emergency Rental Assistance Program. This program was it was state funded, and it was designed to help New Yorkers that are in the state of New York. I live in New York. I'm in the Bronx. To make a long story short, I applied for this program back in June when it first came out. I was told it was a first come, first served basis. My application is still sitting dormant in the system. I've called assembly councilmen to check to see what's going on. Why is my application still there and I'm not receiving the help that I need? I was told that they are prioritizing non-subsidy. I live in public housing. So in other words, if you're a public housing resident and you don't live in non-subsidized housing, you're getting first priority. My question was to them, what makes a person more prioritized than over someone who isn't non-subsidized? In other words, how is it that they have more priority than other people when we both need the same kind of help? I was told that I just have to wait. They're going to get to my application, but there's no guarantee that the funding will still be available, but to just wait. So this is the things that are going on. I've written to Monica Morales, called Assembly Councilman. There's nothing they can do. They're telling me that those are state laws which are fundamentally broken. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of red tape, bureaucratic red tape and so forth. But the funding, I'm finding that there are other channels on YouTube, such as, I'm not going to say, too much about it, but I noticed that there's more help being given to those who have mortgage versus those who are renters. It doesn't matter, if you're public housing or if you're not. If you apply for the help and you need it, they should be helping you, and that's not what's happening. That's what I called in to say.
All right, guys, give it up for my caller, Bernadette. And that sounds horrible, y'all. I don't know what to say about that. It's not really, something that I cover, but it's definitely something that I'll tweet about. You know what I'm saying? And that I'll retweet about. So send me a DM or email us. Email us at timstake2. Email us at clientcare@timblacktv.com, and I will, and we can send out a tweet, help you get some eyeballs on your issue, or your Facebook post. We'll repost it for you or something. I'll help you spread the word, and sometimes that's kind of what you need. I do got a check mark. I use it for something. You know what I'm saying? I got a check mark. Don't get it twisted. I had a check mark a long time ago when it was a lot easier to get them. And I didn't get them working for somebody. I got them working for myself. Okay? It was no TYT. Nobody else helped me get it. No MSNBC, no CNN, no Wall Street Journal. I got it on my own. Okay? But I use it for the people. And I will retweet my people, the people, looking for some shit that they need to get somebody to pay attention. It's just something about it. Sometimes when people pay a little bit more attention. Doesn't work all the time, but I'm more than happy to use it for you, sister. So hit us up at clientcare@timblacktv.com and let us know what you want to send a tweet or a Facebook post. I'm not too heavy on Instagram. I'm working on it, but it take a lot. I'm only at 7,000 on Instagram, but I got a pretty good following on YouTube and Facebook and on Twitter. So that's my spot, and I'm free to. I'll help you on either platform. Okay. One more time, y'all. No, we can't do everything, but we can do some things. We can't do everything, but we can do something, right, y'all? All right, guys. I think that's it. We done kicked it. Thank you for tuning in on a Tuesday night. I know it's early in the morning, guys. All my Wolfpack people in the house, sisters and brothers in here holding it down. Yeah, I tell you, man, we don't have to agree on everything. It's all good, and I just agree with a couple calls tonight. But I see where people are coming from, and there you go, different perspectives, right? Different perspectives. It's all good. Let's see. Let me thank you for my callers: Tony D, Super D, Jenna B, Danny T, William, and Bernadette. Give it up for them one more time, y'all. And also my moderators, Sign of the Times. Any other wrenches in the house? Any other wrenches in the house? Tim Black's Wolfpack in the house. Thank you, Tim Black's Wolfpack. Bose Einstein, David Salt. David Salt, Shogun in the house. Keith Weston in the house. Lady Jackie. What's up, Lady Jackie? Give it up for Lady Jackie up in this joint. I appreciate you. Thanks for keeping the lights on. I appreciate y'all for supporting this channel. Super Dan. There goes Super Dan. I ain't seen Super Dan in the chat. I haven't seen you in a while. Bose Einstein in the chat. I know it's late. Some of those people may have left by now. Now let's go through Super Chats. Let me read off some comments on Major Davis. Thank you, Major Davis, for supporting the show. Context Matter says the black family got to eat too. What's up, Context? Super Dan says, shout out to Tim Black and the Wolfpack. Let's keep this going, y'all. Consuela in the house. Super Dan in the house. Give it up for my people. Will McGregor says, man, I didn't know. I stand corrected. I checked out Tulsi a while ago, never looked back. Now let me take this foot out my mouth. It's all good, brother. Like I said, and look, and to just show you that you ain't the only one, I pointed out there were people talking about Andrew Yang. I pointed out what happened with him. I pointed out some of the disappointments that I had with Bernie's campaign. And look, I was in talks with those folks. You know, not in talks like they took my opinion seriously. But look, there's a video. I got interviewed by Brianna Joy Gray, and I was talking about the black vote. Man, we try to do what we do with our platforms. You know what I'm saying? You do what you can do. You try to help. You try to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I could have done more. You know, I really think things could have been different if people chose differently. You know, but we all know it's like dealing with supporting black issues is like a third rail for politics. It's disgusting that even people talk about corruption in corporate media. They talk about corruption in politics, but then you're gonna be corrupt too, where you don't talk about certain shit because it hurts your bottom line. Well, how are you gonna talk about corporate media being corrupt? You're gonna talk about politicians being corrupt, and you're supposed to be an alternative to that, but you're doing the same thing, which is more concerned with bottom line than concerned with ethics, more concerned with bottom line than concerned with black folks struggling. So, like, I can't go for that. Bose, what's up, Bose? Tim Scott said, Tim Scott went to kiss Trump's greasy KFC hand. What the fuck? Bose, what's up, man? Bose, what's going on, man? That was a good one. Greasy KFC hand. Little shrimp fingers. What's going on, man? Damn. Bose Einstein came with the elbow. Bow! Dropped the elbow on him. It's like magic, baby. It's like magic. Wow, we got a new member. Consuela's back in the house. Consuela back in the house. I must have did something tonight. I did something right. Consuela. In the... Yo. Wow. Wow. Well, context matters. Who you beefing with context? You beefing with my moderator? Come on, man. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? Okay, there you go. I don't know what's going on. I hope it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on. My people, my people. Look, Sally Thompson in the house. So just to let you know, I'm here always with you in the Wolfpack. Stay strong and loud. Love. Give it up for Sally Thompson. Yo, Nancy Drew came through. And look, Scove, Susan is a member, but she's on my podcast. I looked at my podcast. I got a podcast member. Go ahead, Susan. Thank you, Susan. I got one member on my podcast. It's all good. I didn't even know I had a membership drive on that joint. I just cut on everything and put my content. So if you guys want to check out the Tim Black Pause with Tim Black podcast, go to timblackpause.com and follow the podcast, subscribe to the podcast or follow the podcast, and become a member of the podcast. Okay? If you get the podcast, you like the podcast, write a review about the podcast on Apple Podcasts, and you send me a link, I will send you a couple of wristbands, a couple of cut the check wristbands. Because they need to cut the check, Johnson. We got to stop playing. We ain't going to close the racial wealth gap by, look, we got Shaquille. Shaquille he got a couple of KFCs. That's not going to do it, Johnson. Shaquille getting a couple of KFCs, even if it's 20 KFCs, if it's 120 KFCs, it's not going to change 300 years of oppression. Sorry, Facebook. People on Facebook say anything, man. I know some of my Facebook people be like, I'll be on Facebook, Tim. I'm not stupid. Stop saying that, man. I don't like other platforms. I'm used to Facebook. Well, look, man. You see how they be trolling and hate watching me on Facebook. Just hateful, man. Just, you know? I can say Black Friday. Why you gotta be divisive? Anything black is divisive to them. You bring up anything black. Like, where did you guys come from? Why can't I shake them? I can't get rid of them. I cannot, no matter what I do, I cannot get rid of them. They are persistent. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got. I got nothing but love for you. I appreciate you. And with that, guys, now look, tomorrow, don't forget, Jacory Arthur, I'm sorry, Councilman Jacory Arthur will be my guest tomorrow. Give it up for him. He's a councilman out of Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. He's going to be with us to talk about some relevant issues affecting the people. And I'm telling you guys, he is a fighter. So look forward to that at 2:30 to 3:30 tomorrow. Jacory Arthur and your brother Tim Black holding it down. All right, guys, that's all I got. Number love for you. I will see you on the next one, Johnson. Wolfpack. Let me ask you something. Do they know us? When I say they, I mean the talking heads on cable news. Do they know you? I mean, they talk about the world as if it's a sport. They play political games, report on our pain, rack our brain to feed the stock exchange, but do they know us? Do they know what we care about? Nope. They're too far away. They can't see us. They can't feel us. They can't relate to us. See, when you want to know what's going on in your world, trust someone who lives in your world. Subscribe.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.